Good morning, everyone. So today I have a video for you sponsored by Tonic. They did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. Any links I have in the description box would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So today they're launching the new Winter Advent Starbucks Craft Kit. If you are a subscriber, then this is the kit that you'll be getting next. And if you are signing up brand new today, you can pick it up as a one-off purchase, or you can sign up monthly and I believe quarterly still. I'll have the links in the description box for all the different options they offer there. And if you are a monthly subscriber, you also get 10% off the site whenever you order. You use the code TCK. Always remember that, because you want to get that discount. and that will work if you are a subscriber or if you're a member. So let's open this up. I'm very familiar with this set because I was able to write a spread in the new Tonic official Tonic magazine, and so I work with this. So I'm going to show you the pieces that are in here. Actually, let me just put this to the side since it's a little glare anyway. And let's look at the meat and potatoes here and the new packaging with that beautiful crisp white folder. And I get samples, so mine's a little bit different. Yours will have probably an insert too with some information and some images and stuff like that. But it does come with a sticker that says Winter Advent Starbucks, and you can put that on your folder or however you want to use it. So these are the dies. Oh, cool. Okay. And this one already has some instruction here. Sometimes my samples don't have them quite yet. So it'll have instruction here. And it's super easy. I don't know if you can see here. So this is what's going to make your star box. It can just be a box for like a little gift, for some treats. It's a nice size. You can decorate it up however you like. I mean, as you can see, even just in here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know why I counted those individually. There's 2 times 5, so there's 10 dies just in this outer area. And this inner area, there's this die, another. This one's not an inlay. It actually cuts the whole thing. So this cuts the whole thing. A star, and then within the star, there's also an inlay plus the box die itself. We have the snowflakes, numbers, because if you want to make it an Advent type thing where every day you have, a new box to open, which would be really sweet. Another thing I was thinking is to put it on an ornament, like on a hanger, and put it on your tree, and that way people have to look for, the 1 through 24 or 25, however you do it, every day, a new one. That I think is really fun. We have the little candy canes, and this one looks like a little, I guess, you know what, this is probably like a little hanger. I had looked at this before and I wasn't quite sure what to do with it, because it looks like a candy, but it also looks like you fold it in half right here and it helps you hang things. So however you want to use that. We have another triangle with a little inlay, and then this sweet little design here is an ornament, right? So you have the background, and then there's like this other piece you can cut with the stitching, and then this piece. And I made a shaker out of this previously, so there's lots of things you can do with it however you like. And then the stamp set, and the stamp set is really cool. I don't know if you can see the stamp here. It fits right in here, so if you wanted to stamp it and cut it out, or just stamp it right on your project, and you would have this beautiful imagery here with the little bells. North Pole delivery, Merry Christmas, hugs and kisses, winter wishes, Noel, and peace. I have a feeling I was going to say something, and then I got sidetracked by talking about everything. Oh, that's what it was. The instructions. It's very easy. You just cut the 2 base pieces. On one of them, you do need to cut off the little like tabs that are on the outside, and you just glue them together. And once it's nice and set up, you pop it, and it pops into that star shape. So of course you can decorate it prior to that if you want to do inlays on the actual base so that you see through it. I mean, however you want to play with that, definitely go for it. So it was really sweet. I think for the spread I created 3 different ones, and they're same colorway, of course, because the papers that were in the package, but they all look so different and so cute. So I believe on one of them I did leave it open so you can kind of see inside. These are the embellishments. Let's see. Okay, so we have the 3 Nuvo alcohol ink markers in a beautiful blue colorway. And I believe for the magazine I had used these to make a background. I just put it on paper, blend it from the light to the dark, and then play with it that way. So lots you can do with these other than just coloring, you know, like an image. Oh, we have the sequins. Let me see if I can get the other. Okay. So what Tonic normally does is they put out sequins and glitters and things like that, I think in like sets of 4. So in your craft kit for the sampling that you get 2 of those 4, and it could be random. So this one has silver tinsel, it says pure sheen sequins, and pure sheen glitter in blue dusk. Really pretty. Love those sequins. I love it. It's kind of like a matte, even though they're shiny. Very interesting. We have a whole roll of twine in this beautiful French blue. We have little rhinestones, which is something different than I've received before in these kits. Look at that. They're like a teardrop shape. So pretty. I think in my examples I might have used that on a tag that I created with a shaker. Glacier paste in this beautiful white color. It's called Winter White. If you can see that. Glacier paste is very shimmery, really pretty. Chalk stick vintage drops, so it's white drops and they're kind of like a matted color, or not color, finish. More like satin because they're still a little bit shiny but more matte than like your regular drops. And then this one's the glitter accents in Fresh Snowfall. So those are our embellishments. And the papers. Love the folder. I love this new folder. I just like the way it looks. So let me pull the papers out and see if they have a certain direction that I should show them in better. And you know what? I should have grabbed the names of these papers, but I believe on your insert it tells you all the names of all the papers. So we do have some of the smooth cardstock in white. The kind of light blue pearl luster paper here. Look at this. Oh my gosh. So many papers. Oh, look at that one. Okay. This one looks like Tidal Wave. I'm not sure exactly if it's Tidal Wave. This one's a little bit different. I don't know if you can see. This one's more blue, where this one has more of a silver sheen. Can you see the difference there? The silver glitter. And somebody asked me the other day about my glitter paper, and you know, I used it, I cut it up and all that stuff, and I mean, you can see it didn't shed. Like, they have a really nice paper, and it's not like plastic. Well, maybe it is, but I don't feel like it's plastic coated, and it cuts very easily. So it's not cutting like some others where it has like a plastic coating and it's really hard to cut through. This stuff is excellent. The light blue textured paper. This is the classic card. I know the textures on the back is where you see that. This piece of paper here is a little bit. I think this is the classic card in white. I think, but it's a little bit different than this smooth white paper. We have the dark blue, again, classic card. Let me turn that around. What I mean by classic card is that it has a texture on one side, where the other side's a little smoother. So whenever I use this, if I want to stamp on it, I stamp on the opposite side where it's a little bit smoother, but basically it's meant to have that texture. And then that beautiful kind of textured handmade paper there, and then again, kind of more of a silvery hollow paper back there. Beautiful palette, so crystal and just pretty and clean looking. I love it. All right, so let me grab some items, well, from here, but also kind of clear the decks. I'll grab some of the papers that I think we should use, and we'll start playing. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna splice this in here. Of course, it's gonna be awkward editing, but I wanted to measure this for you guys. I forgot to do that. So the largest side, I suppose, would be here to here. So it is about 5.5 inches from this edge to this edge. Just because I know you guys, yeah, 5.5 inches, about 5.5 inch square is what you would need for your die cutting machine for that to fit, okay? At least that 5.5 inch space. Okay, so full disclosure, the kit that I just showed you I had given away. So I am using the samples that I got originally, so that's why it's in this packaging here. So this is the one that I'll be using today. For now, let's go ahead and make our base card, and I've chosen some colors. So this is that beautiful blue paper. The this paper here, the hollow mirror card, or iridescent mirror card, I believe is what they call it, is Marina Mist, and the other one is Hollow Waves. So it's a little bit different than Tidal Wave, and I wasn't quite sure the name of the other ones, but that's what it is. So we need 2 of this. So I'm going to focus on this to begin with. Alright, and Okay, and one of them, I want to be able to see through the package into the box, and you can do that different ways. You want to be kind of careful with it, because if you cut this one out, it's going to be very delicate, but it's still doable. I just want the little star to show through. Now, I'm looking at this, and if I was to pick up this star and just say, okay, I want the star here, and I just decide to put it there, when I come back later, this is not going to match up correctly. So pay attention to, you know what I'm saying, because when I go to do this later, this does not fit that, right? So you just got to make sure, if my star is like this, just pick a direction, pick one where it's going to fit correctly with this design. I hope that makes sense. Okay, something like that. And I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to tape those two things down. And we need two of these, so I'm going to tape one down with the star in it, and then the next one I do, I'll cut out just this outer portion without the star, because that'll be the back of the box, and I don't want the star cut out in the back. But I suppose if you want to, you can do that too. So I'm just going to run this through, just kind of trim it down, and both pieces will fit on this one piece of paper, and I will be right back. Okay. So I'm just going to put these things back. So this part is up to you. If you're looking at it, you're looking at the instructions, and there's going to be a front of the box and the back of the box. Now, the way this closes up is that one of them is going to clip into this little guy. So, you know, if you're looking at it, do you want your box to close so that these tabs are sticking into the front, or you want these to be sticking into the back of the box? And that's how I think I would prefer it. So if you're looking at, we have step 1, and step 2 is to cut everything off of one of these guys. So I'm going to take this one and just follow the lines, cut the tabs off, all of the tabs. Okay, so I'll just go around, just following it very carefully and just cutting off all those tabs. Okay, and that was essentially step 2. Step 3 says just to adhere the bases as shown. So basically these tabs, what's really easy is that you're basically just going to lay them flat. So I'm going from the right side to the wrong side. But you know me, I like to score everything at the beginning, so that's up to you. If you want to wait till it's all adhered and sturdy, and then you can pop it, because that's basically you have to give it a squeeze, and that's what pops into shape. But for me, you know, like I said, I like to kind of give things a head start. So I'm just going to follow. I don't know if you can see how these are scored here. It's scored like here. It's scored. Instead of doing each one little piece, what I like to do is kind of follow along the whole crease, right? So there's that one. And on this one, I'm going to follow along the whole crease. Now there's that one. And I'm going to go to each side and just do it that way. So I kind of start in this edge and give it that score. And I believe there's 5 sides of this because it's a star. So this is, I think, the last one. And I'll do the same thing with the other one, just to give it a little head start. And basically, as you can see, once you squeeze it, it wants to do it already. You see how it's kind of bowing in there? And that's how it makes that star shape, you guys. So cute. But again, I like to score at the beginning, and you can see it already going there. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just go score, 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 and I'll be right back. Okay, so now they're both ready to go. So what we're going to do is put glue on this one. Now, I am going to give it a little bit of a bone fold, even though I normally don't. I just want to get them nice and flat. And this piece. So you want to line those up, right? The one that has the little slits to receive these guys need to go there. And I'm going to use a white glue because I prefer white glue, but if you want to put some liner tape, then go ahead and put your liner tape down. And I'm trying to be right on the edge. I know it gets a little smushed, so I don't have to do it exactly on the edge, but as much on the edge as I can. Actually, I'm going to hold this in my hand so I can see a little better. And I'm doing it all at once. If you want to do one little section at a time, it's probably easier to do it all at once, but you can do it however you like. And then this guy. Again, I scored it, so it's going to be a little more finicky for me, but if you don't want to score yours and just glue them while they're still flat and then play with it, I just feel like I need those score lines. And And that's it, guys. So we're just going to hold this down. You know, I'll hold it, and then like in a few seconds I'll kind of let it go to make sure I'm not gluing it completely flat, shut. But just kind of do this and kind of do a little of that. Take a look. So easy. And right now that it's flat, we'll decorate it and then pop it up, and that's our little guy. And the front has a little aperture. Isn't that cute? So again, I'm just kind of softly going over these, and I think it's pretty good. All right. You know what I'm gonna do is place this under something, under the weight of my paper, I guess. So what I want to do is I'm just going to use this paper, the Merino one, because what happens is you can layer these guys up however you like. Let me put that down. There's inserts and cutouts and all these things, but what I'm going to do is do just shiny blue on the outside, because some of these, they have texture to them. Like this one has the little scallop, this one has a straight edge but it has little dots, this one has the stitch marks, this one has like a cool kind of embossed kind of area around here, and then this one's just plain also. So I think what I'm going to use is this one, and one of my examples I did a mix match of all of them. I did one, and each point had a different guy, but I'm going to cut out 5 of these with this for the outer edges, and I'll be right back. I have those 5 there, and we have the little star that cut out from the center. I am going to use the glitter paper. So it's going to be for our little points there. I'm going to use the glitter paper, and we are going to use this guy, but not quite yet. So I'm going to use this with this. And it doesn't really matter which way I put this on here, because we have our star oriented on our card base, or our box base, the way we did it here. So I'm just going to take this, let me trim this down a little bit. And put some tape on that, and of course run it through. And I'll be right back. This is so sweet because it basically cuts out that star in the center too. So lots of stars you can play with. I'll pop all these little pieces out in just a minute. But what I want to make sure of now is when I go to place this, again, it doesn't quite matter because I think however this is in here, that's basically what we want to do. So I did want to use that same blue tidal wave paper. Let me cut a piece real quick. I keep calling it tidal wave, sorry, Marina. Let's just say it's like that, and then we have this piece that goes, oopsie, in here. The reason I'm placing even this middle piece is just so I can have a good placement of the star. That's all I'm looking for. Like that. So I am going to put a little tape on this just so this doesn't move on me right now. And a little piece of tape in here. And then I'll remove this guy. Okay, I'm going to run this through, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we have our pieces here. Gonna layer this up, and again, once it's layered up, you know, it's just gonna layer up on top of that. So I'm gonna glue these guys together. And you know, another thing I did before was, you know, you can stick these straight down, you can pop these up with dimensionals, however you want to stick these down. I mean, there's lots of fun ways to play with this. So for now, I'm just gonna stick these down in each one of the little triangle areas. As you can see, it's delineated by the what's going on there, by the score lines. So I'll put all 5 down. I'm going to glue these 2 together. Hopefully you can see with this glitter paper it's not shedding all over the place, and I just cut out some really intricate stuff with it. And there we go. So I'm going to keep that down for a minute, and once it's ready I'm just going to glue it down. But you can also put this up on dimensionals if you wanted. And one last thing I was going to do actually before that. So I do have a piece of acetate here. You can cut out a piece of acetate with this die to line behind here, Or before we put this all together, I could have put a piece of acetate behind the star. So however you want to handle that part, I probably should have put it back in here. And you know what? I still might. But no, I'll just cut a piece of acetate with this die and I'll stick it on here so that we can cover that little center. I just want to show you that piece of acetate. And actually, I didn't even run it through. I just held it on here and cut it around the die. But however you want to do it. And I'm going to glue that on there. Again, if you prefer to have it in here, just have glued it down before you did this part. Okay, I'll be right back. So I put all those down. I love seeing all these little stars that I have just kind of here. This guy, and look at that. I love the way the die gives that impression. It looks really nice. Okay, and this one I am going to glue it down flat, right on top of there. So what I'm going to do is put a little glue right on here just so it's nice and secure there, and then I'll put some glue around the edge of this. And I'm just going to hold that down for a bit and then we'll pop it up. Okay guys, so again, that's kind of why I trained it to begin with, because as we go to do this needs to push in. See how it just pops in place? So cool. Oh my gosh. So this is the first time, so I'm just kind of guiding it myself. And I'm being very careful because again I use a wet glue and I don't even know if this is set up quite yet, the outside. You guys. Now, this last two bits, again, this goes tucked in here to close up your little box. So I'm just going to, oh, you know, this is the first time we've done it, so let me open that up real well. Already wants to pop in place. That's so funny because as I'm working with this, it's like, yeah, I want to go in here. Pop in place. There we go. Look at that. And it's a nice sizable piece. That's what I was really impressed with when I was like, this is, I mean, it's chunky. Let me see about, it's like almost 2 inches tall. And then of course the size of the little guy, it's hard for me to tell. I don't know how do we measure this? Do we measure from like here to here? It was 5 inches and a wingspan there. And again, about 2 inches deep. And just super cute. And you can imagine this for just any occasion, congratulations or, you know, birthdays. I mean, you don't have to decorate it up in Christmas colors or anything like that. It can just be really, really fun colors for whatever your occasion is. But I love that little opening, little aperture, and I did it, you know, with the larger piece. You can do that. You can make an aperture however you like. You don't have to make an aperture. Then we have the numbers and the little snowflakes. Of course, all the inlays. I mean, there's just so many ways to play with this. I was just doing kind of a basic one with a little bit something different for you guys. But yeah, you just cut your numbers, you know, 10, and you put 1, 0, and you have 10 on there. If you want to make this for an ornament, I probably would stick a little twine or something like that, maybe in one of these points, you know, not the one that opens up, because, well, maybe it'd be better, I think, and more secure if you just popped it out of one of these areas with a little knot, and it'll just hold it there, you know. Super cute. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Again, you know, with the shaker idea, that all it is just cutting out this little guy, you know, with either the smaller one, which makes a bigger shaker area, or this one. So when you cut it out, this piece here cuts out of the center, and all you're left is with a little frame, and then the back of your shaker is just that, the solid piece, right? And then you can also run this through your acetate and just cut that top off if you want, and that'll be the acetate that you put your little shaker layer over, and it's plenty of room in there to put foam. So just really sweet way to use that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much, Tonic, for sponsoring the video. I'll have the links in the description box. I'll have some images for you all, and I will see you guys at the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye now.